You hear the cheers of your friend. Come on in! Embarrassment at all in a room full of his friends.
What's she gonna do about putting God in our homes, in our country, in our schools?
It is an honor to be here. For the greatest capitalist in the history of You guys are awesome.
Commander-in-Chief, my husband,
New York and to an incredible arena, Madison Square Garden.
제 뒤에 지금 누가 있죠? 도널드 트럼프 대통령이 지금 연설 중입니다. 저는 지금 트럼프의 뉴욕 랠리 현장에 와서 뜨거운 현장을 또 경험하고 또 일론 머스크, 뭐 박스뉴스 전 앵커 터커 칼슨도 보고 또 여기 있는 분들과 인터뷰를 진행했습니다. 굉장히 중요한 내용들이 많은데 한번 들어보시죠.
Why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, this is my first time voting, and my whole life I grew up hearing that there'll never be peace in the Middle East. It was going to be a farce, never happened. 10 years, 20 years earlier, still hearing the same thing, never going to be peace there. Obama said, never going to see it. And Trump gets in and Abraham Accords are signed. And for the first time in my life, in the people 10, 20 years before me, first time in our lives, no war in the Middle East. For even if it was just a few short years that those accords were signed for, Joe Biden really started to take us out of them and pull away from them. And that's just the foreign side of things. When we look at the domestic, I mean, we had some of the best economic growth period, best economy under him, and we've seen how that's gone to absolute crap under Biden and, I mean, frankly, Kamala too. Everyone's acting like if she gets in, it's going to be something new. She's been in office for 4 years. I feel like if you look domestic or foreign, Trump has it in the bag, just so much better policies.
So do you think Kamala has done anything to secure the border?
Frankly, she's trying to a bit more now. She was doing a lot to take away from the border, open it up, and it's still in a much, much worse position. But the funny thing is, the only good positions I could give her on for credit for helping the border are the things that Trump said he would do that she is now going back to. And she's only very giving like small pushes in those directions. She's not outwardly helping in those ways in large amounts. So what's happening is really just a watered down Trump policy under her. So it's still not good, really, at all.
So do you see a lot of illegal immigrants in your community?
Oh yeah, I mean, growing up, small town, middle of New York, like it was always very suburban, more like rural, and small, close community. Now we get to see a lot more people that aren't from our communities, and it's very noticeable because, well, we're tiny, and even there's more people coming in, very noticeable to smaller communities especially. I mean, New York City, I feel like that's much bigger. You see things like the videos in Queens where there's dozens and dozens of illegal immigrants getting off buses, and they're just giving them different apartment rooms or hotels, and they're saying like, oh yeah, no, you can live here rent-free. That's horrible. Hasn't been happening to us quite like that, but still affecting even small little communities across the nation.
Could you show us your fancy clothes jacket?
Oh, the jacket?
Wow, what is it about?
I made this jacket. It's called Foreign. My brand is called Foreign Labor. I made this brand, but this jacket in particular is because when they tried to kill my man Trump, I wasn't feeling that, right? I wasn't really feeling that. I'm gonna be 100 with you, and it hurt my heart. So I had to make this jacket in honor of Donald Trump, MAGA.
Okay.
And when he said MAGA, he was talking about the economy, make America great again.
Okay.
And he's 100% correct. Make America great again for all Americans.
That's why you support Donald Trump.
100%.
And what is the main reason you support Trump?
Because he's bringing strength back to this country. This country have became a laughing stock over the last, you could say, 15 years, this country is losing its respect. So Donald Trump is well respected around the world, and he's a true patriot.
Do you see black voters' approval for Harris declining?
100%. For Harris, it's been declining since, first of all, let's be honest. It was a coup. She knew Joe Biden had a mental issue. She knew this, it was going down. So she tried to snake her way into position, but black people in the black community, her support for Kamala Harris is dropping. The more interviews she do and she don't answer questions, the more people are saying, I don't know about this lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think Barack Obama has done anything for black community?
All right. I'm gonna tell you the truth, right? Come on. Hit a secret.
Okay, secret.
The black community thinks that Obama did nothing for black people, but he did stuff for gay community only. That's what black people are saying. I'm not saying that. I don't know. That's what they say. I don't know.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think this country could be like in Kamala's presidency?
Communist country.
Communist country, why? What do you mean?
First of all, let's go with the price gouging. How can you set prices on people's businesses that they own? They talk about Trump a dictator. That's more like some dictator fascist shit. To be perfectly honest, that's crazy to me. And if Kamala Harris can't control or do well on a Fox 5 interview, how can she lead the country? Trust him at first, because of the left-wing media. They paint him out as racist and all kind of wild stuff. But Trump have always helped black communities. You go with the First Step Act, releasing a lot of black men from jail for nonviolent crimes. Not only that, you go to the Opportunity Zone, when he basically funded, helped fund it. I know it's a bipartisan thing, but he signed it and he helped fund a lot of community. He funded a lot of minorities in the inner cities. And also the HBCU colleges, the black colleges, he the one that made it permanent. He funded them over $200 million and made it a permanent thing for black colleges. But Trump always been supporting black people in the black community since the 70s and 80s and even 90s.
What's the message to Kamala Harris?
Kamala Harris, listen, man. I don't know if you black or not, but it don't even matter. Kamala Harris, man, be competent to be a real leader. And maybe I'll vote for you. But until then, I can't vote for you. You can't even answer questions. I'm sorry. That's it.
Thank you so Okay. Thank you so much.
You're gonna be loud, man.
Thank you.
Why?
I made a Madison to give.
Voting for Trump this time.
And for the last election, who did you vote for?
I voted third party.
Really?
Yeah.
And why did you change your mind?
Look around New York City. Look around this country, you know? You have so many illegal migrants coming into this country, causing all kinds of havoc. You know, you look at the Venezuelan crimes that's happening in Colorado, and you look at what's happening here in New York City, the way Mayor Adams is handling the migrant crisis. They literally were kicking out students from school in the middle of the day just to house some migrants.
What do you think this country could be like under Kamala's presidency?
It's just going to be made worse. You're going to see inflation going up. Gas prices are going to start going back up again. I know they just recently came down.
All right.
You're also going to see crime getting worse as well, because a lot of liberal cities also have gotten very soft on crime as well. I think a lot of people love Donald Trump because he speaks his mind. And, you know, he doesn't care what anyone thinks. He doesn't care about this woke culture things. You know, he's uncancelable.
Okay.
And that's what I respect about him, is that he just says what he thinks.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Because Kamala Harris is going to tax you into poverty. She's going to take away your guns. It's going to turn into Mao China if she and her cohorts get in. Look at the border right now. They're importing new voters. Once Texas becomes blue, this country's over if she gets in. We can't have it. We can't have it. Trump is going to come in and save this country, hopefully for 4 years. But who knows what happens after that.
Okay. So where are you from?
I'm from Syracuse.
Do you see many illegal immigrants in your community?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
There's,
how many?
it's just, I don't know how many, but I've noticed a big uptick. Like whenever I go to Walmart, I ask the person, oh, where's this, where's that? Then none of them speak English. It's a sad reality.
What do you think this country could be like under Kamala's presidency?
Somewhere between North Korea and Mao China. It's that bad.
So the last one, do you see China as competitor or partner?
100% competitor.
Competitor, why?
They're stealing all our jobs.
Okay.
They're stealing all our jobs. They're communist country. No one has free speech there. Let's be real here. They have a social credit score, and they want to bring that stuff over here. I see definitely a competitor.
Okay. Now, why do you support them?
I think immigration probably is the biggest issue. The migrants in New York, there's so many in all the hotels. They're paying enormous amount of money just to store them. So they do a good job of making it out of sight from a lot of people. It's kind of hard to guess who's just here and who's like a migrant who's been kind of relocated here. So the city makes sure that, we don't see kind of huge crowds of people, but it's obviously, it's costing a huge amount of money. It's displacing a lot of people who would otherwise be here working and needs a place to live because, that has impacts on the cost of apartments.
Why do you support Donald Trump?
I mean, looking over the last 4 years, how can you support Kamala Harris? So I want change for us. I want a better future for me, and I want the next 4 years to be Donald Trump's years.
Okay, so what is the most horrible thing Joe Biden has done for this country?
Open up the borders. Borders, for sure.
So you see illegal immigrants in your community?
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I'm not from New York. And yeah, I see it everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere. If I'm driving down to Newark, they're everywhere. They're selling like stuff on the side of the street. Have you driven around here?
No, not yet.
Okay, because if you go on the FDR or Henry Hudson, you'll see them selling food.
Really?
And stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, last one. Are you satisfied with what you just saw from Donald Trump?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he stays true to his word. We'll see. Obviously, he's going to win, and we'll see in the upcoming election.
네, 여기는 뉴욕 맨해튼 매디슨 스퀘어 가든입니다. 여기서 트럼프 랠리가 오늘 있었는데 정말 미국 공화당 진영의 어벤져스가 총출동했습니다. 일론 머스크, 트럼프 가족, 유명 레슬러 헐크 호건, UFC CEO 데이나 화이트까지 와서 건강, 운동, 테크놀로지, 경제, 정치 모든 영역의 올스타들이 총출동해서 마치 미국의 마지막 엔드게임을 치르는 것처럼 여기 와서 에너지를 불어넣고 왔습니다. 지금 대선 한 9일밖에 안 남았는데 정말 이 공화당 진영의 이 엄청난 이 에너지를 느낄 수 있었던 현장이고요. 저도 현장에서 10시간 이상 있으면서 이 공화당 진영의 많은 사람들의 스피치를 듣고 공부를 할 수 있었습니다. 그리고 여기 계신 분들이 왜 이 트럼프의 마가 무브먼트를 지지하는지 여러 질문들을 통해서 공화당 지지자들의 이유들을 들을 수 있었을 텐데 좋은 공부가 됐을 거라고 생각합니다. 네, 다음에 또 다른 조에 가서 인사드리도록 하겠습니다. 여기는 매디슨 스퀘어 가든 뉴욕 맨해튼입니다.